take two.
Good morning,
Good
take
morning.
two, yes.
I don't know why Facebook pixelates. It just does. I told you guys yesterday, it's not us, it's Facebook. So if you can hear us, we'll just go with it. Hopefully the video will be fine. Who knows? But tell me about your workout again. Since
Okay, so we're starting over again.
Start over.
That sounds fishy. Oh wait, that was from last one. All right, so I did shoulders, triceps, and calves.
Did you feel like you had a good workout?
I feel like I had a very good workout.
That's good.
Yeah.
I did chest, a little bit of core, and some cardio. So that was good. Enjoyed that. And then, let's see. What are you having for breakfast?
I'm having oatmeal, and with my oatmeal I'm having hemp seeds, sunflower seeds, chia seeds, pumpkin seeds, amla, spirulina, banana, and blueberries.
Good. And for breakfast, I'm going to have shepherd's pie. And I'm having shepherd's pie because I didn't know what I wanted to eat. And if you don't know what to eat, you may as well just eat something. And the shepherd's pie needs to be eaten or it's going to go bad. So I'm going to have that for breakfast. It's a perfectly reasonable food. It has starches, which are good, and beans and mushrooms and all kinds of good stuff. So. And then
the Forks and Knives book that you were reading last night, he actually was talking about, or whoever was writing that part of it was talking about, you know, take dinner and make it breakfast. Take breakfast and make it lunch. And
just
so,
eat
I mean,
food.
it's just
cares?
food, and you know.
So I showed you guys this book yesterday. This is the book I'm currently reading out loud to Russ. And I wanted to talk to you guys about fish because I've been doing a lot of research on fish because people say to us all the time, no, fish is healthy. It has omega-3s. You have to eat your fish. So here's the deal. Yes, as humans, we need omega-6 and omega-3s.
Right.
We need it in a specific balance. And omega-6 is easier to get than omega-3.
Right.
But here's the problem. Omega-6s are in all of the canola oil and the processed foods. And so all the foods that we eat that are processed, they're not foods. But anyway, we eat that are processed have omega-6 in them. And since there's no money in saying eat less omega-6, obviously big food's not going to say that to us. What they're going to say instead is, oh, you need to eat more omega-3s to balance out. When in reality, what you need to do is eat less omega-6s.
Right.
So this book, I want to read you these details because I think this is important when it comes to fish. So first of all, fish get their omega-3s from the plants they eat. So they're not making it. They're getting it and storing it the same way that we do. So you can do that yourself. Eat your own plants. You don't need to eat the fish for omega-3s. Secondly, health food like salmon is 40% fat. 40% fat. I mean, can you even imagine? And 2/3 of that fat is non-essential fat that we don't need and is harmful to us in high amounts.
Right.
So it's a complete misnomer that salmon is healthy just because it has omega-3s in it. It's not a true statement.
And then didn't you say last time when you were reading that to me that they said that basically the bad fat in fish is no better than the bad fat in beef or the bad fat in chicken or the bad fat in any other animal-based protein.
The same heart unhealthy cholesterol that is in red meat is also in fish. Not to mention that it lacks fiber, and it has high acids that can lead to bone loss and increased risk of osteoporosis. And on top of that, it's often tainted with mercury and PCBs, which are polychlorinated biphenyls. I'm impressed I was able to say that.
And for no extra charge, too.
So, Big Food wants you to believe that you should eat fish because for the omega-3s, just eat flaxseed and eat hemp seeds and eat seeds.
Eat whole foods.
Eat whole foods.
I mean, their point.
So they make the point over and over. You don't have to worry about getting each nutrient in a balanced point if you eat whole foods and you eat a variety of whole foods.
It is already in the correct balance in nature.
Nature's really good at that.
Right, it's already good at that. All you got to do is just eat the right foods.
Yeah. So consider that when someone says, oh, you have to eat salmon. Salmon's healthy. Yeah, sorry, we've been lied to. No, it's not.
No, unfortunately.
So,
and especially, I mean, I shouldn't say especially, but the farm-raised salmon it's a nightmare.
Well, yeah, because it's fed corn.
It doesn't
even have
so it's not even GMO-free.
No. I mean, on top of everything else, it's got, crap
pesticides and GMO
Yep.
and, Roundup probably.
Yep,
Yeah.
all the nasty stuff. So definitely eat more plants, less fish, because fish isn't any better for you than salmon.
Right.
So keep that in mind. Did you want to add anything else about fish?
No, I mean, listen, as an ex-bodybuilder, my staples were salmon,
Yep.
Salmon, tuna, chicken, and turkey.
And that's what we ate. We used to buy the Costco-sized salmon and make it once a week, and then we would eat it all week. We ate a lot of salmon prior to learning this stuff about whole food.
Yeah.
No, Sean, don't eat chicken. Chicken's not good for you either. Eat
Unfortunately,
plants.
yeah, I mean, whole food. I mean, that's what it comes down to, and it comes down to, and what I like, and I talked to you, I said this to you, I think, on the way to the gym and the way back from the gym this morning or we might have mentioned it yesterday, but they talk about how take away the meat and eat 2 to 3 potatoes. I mean, the potatoes, the starches, those are good things to eat.
Beans. All the tubers are good for you.
So the filling foods, are there.
Yeah. And if you feel deprived eating plants, it means you're not eating enough starch.
Right.
People are so scared of potatoes and sweet potatoes and whole grain rice.
Right.
And they shouldn't be.
No.
That's a lie.
Right.
Potatoes are good for you. Rice, long grain rice is good for you.
Yep.
As long as it's not plain old white rice. It has to be the brown rice.
Right.
Sweet potatoes, all of that stuff, beans, very good for you.
Right.
And so it's just a matter of making the choice, and that's, I think, the thing we're trying to do here is help people make the choice that they're ready to be healthy.
Right.
Because it's up to you. Big food, point blank, is out to make money. They don't care if it kills you.
Right.
Literally, I know that that's harsh, but that's the reality. Big food wants to make money, and if you die, too bad.
Which is why they're now jumping on the vegan wagon. Because, I mean, you can have a lot of sugar in food and it's still vegan.
And we've said this before, just because it says vegan doesn't mean it's healthy.
No, as a matter of fact, if it's made by big food, it's probably not healthy at all.
It's not healthy at all.
Right.
So please put some stuff in your pantry, some starches and some seeds, and eat them.
Right, and once a week, make your rice and make your quinoa, make a bunch of potatoes.
Make your shepherd's pie,
or shepherd's
really
pie
yummy.
or something, so that it's easy for you to stay with it. Because obviously, especially if you work a lot of hours, the thought of coming home and having to prep something and have it's
I don't even want to cook every night.
Exactly. But if you have it there in the fridge and all you have to do is just throw it in something on a bowl and then heat it up in the microwave, then it's awesome. You're good to go. Brown rice, absolutely, Sean. Dead on with the brown rice. Whole grain brown rice is awesome.
Yep, and it's stored. It keeps. You can cook it on the weekend, and it'll keep all week.
And you can mix that with corns or beans, whatever, and you get a complete protein.
The Atkins diet is ridiculous. He died of a heart attack. It will kill you. Don't eat that.
Yes, don't do
It's
that.
not food. Anything with that much fat in it is not food.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yes. Now, honestly, any diet that is telling you to restrict one form of nutrient, whether
Does
it
these
be
need to be heated?
Yes, please. Whether it be protein, carbohydrates, or fat. If you're looking at a diet that's telling you take one of those things away from your daily intake of food, run and run away fast. Those are necessary nutrients for the body.
Yep.
And any diet that says don't take one of them,
dangerous.
It's dangerous. It's
dangerous.
Unhealthy. Absolutely.
So, yeah. So definitely chicken, turkey, beef, fish,
eggs,
fat,
yogurt, cottage cheese,
fat that's not good for you.
Yeah, it's just.
And I hate it because I love cheese. I do, and we ate all this stuff for years. Thinking we were doing the right thing, and now we're finding out we weren't doing the right thing. And not just because we've read it. It's happened for us. We changed our diet in June, and we're both down about 20 pounds. Right. And who knew I had 20 pounds to lose?
Right.
And our cholesterol is better.
Right.
We're healthier. We're stronger. It's amazing. So even though we thought we were healthy before, we're healthier now.
And honestly, it's quite frustrating for us because we thought we were
eating
very healthy, eating on a path for longevity. And eating all the right foods, having our vegetable, having our starches, having our proteins, animal-based proteins, and eating what we thought were the best ones to eat. And what we found out we were doing is slowly killing ourselves.
Yep.
I mean, it's not to over-exaggerate. In effect, that's what you're actually doing.
Yep. And so, the new year's coming. If you're going to make a New Year's resolution to be healthy, put more plants in your diet.
That's it.
That absolutely, I can guarantee it will make you healthier if you eat more plants.
Right, and get past the misconception that a whole food plant-based diet is a lot of salads.
It's not.
It's not.
And no, we don't eat beef at all.
No, we don't eat beef at all.
No animal products at all.
And
well, go ahead.
I was going to say, and Lucille, just an FYI, if you are going to go ahead and eat beef, make sure it's grass-finished beef, not grass-fed.
Because here's the difference. Grass-fed means that it was on a pasture, and then they can grain it out, which means the fat in it, in the muscle tissue, the part that you're eating, is grain-based.
Right.
It has corn and soy.
Right.
It has to actually say pasture-finished or grass-finished to mean that it's not loaded full of soy
GMO
and corn.
food and pesticides and whatever else.
So yeah, we don't eat
Right.
anything like that. And it's funny, when we first started this, we thought, sometimes we will, but the more we read, the further and further we're moving toward it's just not good for you.
Knowledge is a terrible thing sometimes.
It is, absolutely.
Yeah, but on the other hand, I mean, honestly, without exaggerating, I feel like I'm 30-something years old. And by the way, I'm not 30-something years old. And it's. I mean, 6 months ago, 7 months ago, when I was going to the gym in the morning, I used to tell you, I feel like I had the weight of the world on my head. My head was dragging, and I couldn't get, the energy to work out, and it was just hard. And now I'm like, yeah, let's go, boom, 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 let's do this, let's do that. And then you're like, come on, we got to go. We've been here long enough.
I do. After 90 minutes, I'm like, we have to leave.
Right. And I'm like, I'm just warming up.
So that's what we wanted to share with you about fish specifically today, because I feel like it's super important that people realize big food is lying to us and killing us for money, and we need to start taking control of our own health by eating plants.
And the last thing I'll say is, and it emphasizes this in the book, is if you do want to start on a path of this type of lifestyle, this type of whole food plant-based eating, don't be too hard on yourself. Don't feel like you got to start tomorrow, and if you
100% or not at all.
And if you get off the wagon a little bit, don't think it's the end of the world. Just start your next meal, start over again, and just keep trying to do it, and just get there gradually.
Learning and get a support group, which is what we're trying to create here.
Right, and there is no failure. It's just, okay, so, I goofed. The next meal, I'll pick right back up again, and I'll start over on my whole food plant-based diet. And I think that's the best path for success.
And to answer Lucille's question, we have rolled oats that Russ eats for breakfast.
Yes.
We also have steel-cut oats that I have not started figuring out.
We haven't figured those out yet.
I have them. I haven't made them, but he uses whole oats, and that's key. Use the whole oat.
And that is my breakfast staple. I'd say 99.9% of the time I have that for breakfast, and I've had that for breakfast for the last 40 years. So
yeah, he eats the same thing for breakfast.
Yes.
So all right, we're gonna go run and eat breakfast. Thank you for indulging me and letting me tell you big food's lying to you. You know that it's not news.
We're not giving anybody.
I'm trying to give you the data to let you know it's the truth.
Exactly.
So you want to say goodbye?
And so with that, we will say, eat real food, not too much. Mostly plants.
Have a
great
good
day,
one. We'll
guys.
see you tomorrow.